Alright guys, I have yet another match against Vapourdrops in my 7-part series I'm doing. And this was a region match, Hoenn versus Johto, and he used Johto as you can see. And I started with my lead Hariyama, that was awesome. But he, And I knew he was going to go for Hypnosis, because we had a match before this, but it was so hacksy that we had another one. So I figured he'd go for Super Fang next. And I switched into Latias, because I know Latias, why not? And I figured he'd go into Scizor to take any attack that I had, so I just went for Trick to trick him the specs. And that worked out pretty well, I'm not gonna lie. So he goes for Bullet Punch. I was fearing maybe like a U-turn or something. And I went for Thunderbolt to see how much I would do. And oh, he does. He does pretty well. And he gets Parahax, which is pretty funny. And that really sucks, but I don't really care. It was still a really fun match. And I go to Metagross, who I know can take a Bullet Punch. And this turn, I figured he would go into Skarm, so I went for the Thunder Punch. And I had to speed this up, but this part didn't get sped up, I guess. And there we go. I went for the T-Punch, and it does pretty good damage to a Skarm. Seeing how Skarm is so stupid and defensive. And I take Life Orb, and I know I'm faster. So I go for another Thunder Punch. And I figured he would go for like Spikes or no, not Spikes, like a Roost or Whirlwind. So he goes for Whirlwind. And he brings out Slacking, and I'm like, alright, well I have Fire Punch on him, but I don't know if he's gonna switch and like I knew he had for Alligator because the match before. So I went for Return, and that is stupid because it does nothing and he gets a Roost. And I really wish I Fire Punch because it would have made a difference in this match, I'm pretty sure. But I really don't care because this match was awesome. I go into Majin Buu, my Hariyama, and he sets up Spikes, and I'm like, alright. So I deal with it. And I love this Hariyama. I made him on the way home from work. Like, I was thinking of him all, like, the whole time I was driving. And he was really different. He was my new lead one that I thought up all, like, off the top of my head. He has max HP and, like, max attack with a Toxic Orb and stuff. So, yeah. And then I saw him in somebody else's battle. I'm like, damn it, somebody stole my idea. Or they thought of it themselves, and it's a sweet idea, so I don't see why they wouldn't think of it themselves. So, I knew I could take a Brave Bird because Hariyama's Diesel. So, I really didn't care. So I just went for the Fire Punch to take it out. And he dies because he has so much HP that Toxic Orb does an ass load of damage. And I go into Regice because I figured he'd go into, I don't know what I figured. And I went for the Ice Beam. And I'm like, alright, let's see how much damage I can do. It doesn't do very much, but he's Parahax, so I'm like, alright. And then I'm like, let's do it again. Why not? Because I figure he can't really, wouldn't be able to kill me with anything. And he goes for Roost, and he's Specs, so he, Roost, that's what he's stuck with. And he does something. And I switch out, I go to Metagross, and he switches out, because I figured he'd switch out. And I went into Metagross so I can get, an agility off, I think. No, I just went for Thunder Punch because I thought he might just Super Fang, so I'm like, alright, I know he has no actual attacks on him, I'm pretty sure. And I go for Super Fang, and he lives with so little HP, and I was so angry. He goes for U-turn, I knew it wouldn't kill me, so I just stayed in. And he goes into this, and I went for the agility. And I'm like, alright. So I'm Life Orb, and I go for the Earthquake, and Lantern does not take Earthquake well at all. Because Lantern just does not. And he takes that Earthquake to the face, I guess, even though he didn't really take it to the face. And he died. And we doubled down on that one. We both died. A little Xenon terminology. And he has Crobat. You know he had nothing other than U-turn. That's all he could do. So he went for U-turn. And he switched out, which was good. Because then I got to see what he would go into before I got, like, when I get the switch back in. Because I died. And I went into yes, Slacking. So I go for the Earthquake just because I don't want to overpredict. And that kills the Sizzler. And I was so happy. Because Sizzler's stupid. Then he goes in the Crobat. He knows I have to switch because I have Tron unless I want to stay in and just take a Super Fang to the face. But I don't. So I got a Masquerain, who I really didn't do anything in this match except for sleep. I didn't get Super Fanged. And Poison Fanged. Which he was like, that's the wrong move. Crap. I didn't mean to have that on there. So I'm like, let Masquerain die. But I didn't intimidate. Your turn will not kill me. And I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have killed me anyway. And I stay in against the Celebi. I probably should have switched out. But I don't. He needs a calm mind off with Celebi. This was an OU, this was a mixed tier, a mixed match. So we had 2 OUs. But he accidentally brought 3 because he forgot Celebi was OU. He thought it was BL or something. He got it mixed up with Shame, he told me. So I'm like, oh, whatever, I don't care. It was still a really fun match. I didn't even notice till after the match anyway, 2 days later. And he goes for the Psychic Eye. For some reason thought I could live it, but I guess it was a sweeping Celebi, and I was really, really sad to see that. And he goes for Psychic Eye. I know Regis can take it, which I probably should have went to first. And I go for the Ice Beam, and that does reasonable damage, seeing as how he's weak to it. And I get the Freeze Hacks, and I laughed. I'm like, maybe he'll switch for the Natural Cure, but he doesn't. He just stays in, and he was hoping for a first turn Thaw, I guess. And I take him out with another Ice Beam. And that is one dead Celebi. Then he goes in to Crobat, and I knew he would do maybe Hypnosis or Super Fang, but I really didn't care if he fell asleep. So I just went for the Ice Beam, and he went for Super Fang. I'll take it out. And my last poke, and his last poke, and now he goes for Alligator. And I'm like, crap. I know I can live an Earthquake. At least one Earthquake. I know I can live it. And I'm like, alright, I live over 40. Maybe T-Bolt will take it out, get a pair of hacks, something awesome. But why would that happen? And it doesn't. And it's stupid. So for Alligator, lives a little bit less than half, and he goes for another Earthquake and takes me out, and that sucks. But that was an awesome match, Vapourdrops. That's our 4th match on here, I think, of our 7-part series. And yeah. It was a region match, Hoenn versus Johto. And awesome match, dude. Check this dude's channel out. He doesn't have any vids up, I don't think, yet. And I'll leave the link to his channel in my description. Our next match is going to be NFE, so look forward to that. And rate, comment, sub. Do what you want to do. It's all good. As long as you're watching, that's cool. I like when people watch my vids. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you guys later. And yeah, if you could leave some comments about what I should change about my videos and all that stuff, any little things, it really doesn't make a difference. Just leave a comment down below. And thanks. Peace, guys. Catch you later.